February 22nd, Police Department entrance.
Phew, we're finally here. Why would they put the police department so far away from the prosecutor's office?
Beats me. Took almost a 30-minute. That took almost 30 minutes by taxi. Traffic wasn't even that bad. The police department, huh? I've only ever been to criminal affairs next door. Hold on. What's that? Animation!
Disturbing. Why does this undulate like that?
Oh, wait. I know. This is the Blue Badger. They're trying to make him the police mascot.
Wow, Mr. Wright. You sure know a lot about the police. Still, he does seem familiar somehow.
Forget the Blue Badger. Who's that next to him?
Someone appears to be dancing with the Blue Badger. Uh-oh, he noticed me.
He sure is running over here fast. Hey, pal. Well, what are you doing here? That's my line, Detective Gumshoe. Specifically, why are we dancing over there? What? Oh, well. Well, at least he doesn't seem to be busy. This is our chance to get information. Hey, I'll have you know, I'm a very busy man, pal. Let's examine Blue Badger.
I was wondering about that.
What? The Dancing Blue Badger is my masterpiece. You made this, Detective Gumshoe? Dang, he should be an engineer then if he made this himself. The chief threw together some designs and I just did my thing, pal.
Nice work.
It's battery powered, so it can go anywhere. There's no switch, so just dance till its batteries dies.
Poor Blue Badger. Fails to dance until he drops.
Oh, evidence. Yay, the Blue Badger panel adds to the core record. A work of art designed by the chief of detective and created by Detective Gumshoe. Yeah, I've got a bulletin board, maybe? The usual wanted posters are hanging up on the bulletin board here. Do you know this face? If you do, dial 911.
You know, Mr. Wright, I've always thought it was kind of funny. I never seen anyone who looked like the people on these posters. They hardly even look human.
She has a point. Maybe. Kind of. Perhaps.
I always get excited when I come to a police station.
Why is that?
It just feels like I've jumped into a movie.
Huh?
You know, with all the police and criminals.
Well, I don't know if this is all that exciting.
Sure it is. Look at those two officers over there. They're probably talking about the latest bust.
Funny. I thought they were talking about the weather. Well, let's just see if they actually are. Look, that patrolman is saluting the other guy. He must be a detective. And then I said, hey, you do that, your suit will get cold, buddy. That's hilarious, sir. I laughed so hard I cried.
I guess he wasn't saluting. He was wiping tears from his eyes.
They make a good pair.
Mr. Wright, do you know why patrol cars are painted black and white?
No idea. Why?
Well, I think they're designed after a panda.
You know that's wrong, right? that's not why, but I know that's not the reason. I don't know the real reason, but I know that's not the real reason. A panda?
Not only I have scientific proof, it's just a theory.
You can't say you have proof and then just say it's a theory. What is the proof? Show me the proof. Do you mind asking me how you came up with that theory?
It was when I was on a school trip. I saw a patrol car and it came to me. We had just been at the zoo, see?
Yeah, yep. Just like, yeah, and that's when you point to her and say, like, you're wrong, kid. What about zebras? Or did they not have those at your zoo?
The banner here is announcing the crime-fighting campaign.
Nice slogan.
I wonder if they're selling fingerprint sets.
I don't think it's that kind of campaign.
What family wouldn't want a set at home? It's good for finding out who snuck into the cookie jar.
I think most families can figure out without the extra help. Alright, I think that's all the... No, wait, this one. The detectives in there look pretty busy.
Just imagine, right now, behind those doors, a police drama is in action.
Somehow the thought fails to excite me. Alright, I guess that's all. Let's talk about the case. I'll give you one word of advice, pal. You better not agree to defend the suspect in this case.
Why not?
Huh? Well, it's just that the chief prosecutor has confessed to the crime. She says she summoned the detective to the prosecutor's office, and she killed him. Hold up. Do we know where she actually killed him? I mean, we saw the preview video at the very beginning, so it has to be at the top, right? So, yeah, but like, did she really bring him from the top to the bottom? And I'm not sure, but like, if he was really like actually killed in the underground, sure he just said like, oh yeah, he was killed at the underground, you know? But you know, I'm not sure. I'm just making, you know, guesses and whatnot.
But what if she's not telling the truth?
Yeah, well, no. Come on, pal. There's plenty of evidence against her.
But what if the evidence was faked?
Hey, pal. Can I speak to you for a second? Huh? Me? Why is this little girl so peeved at me? She's a relative to the suspect. She's Lana Sky's sister. Whoa. The chief prosecutor's little sister?
Just please investigate this case carefully, okay? Scientifically.
Yes, sir. Oh, by the way, you might want to keep your voices down. You don't want to be overheard using words like fake.
Huh?
It's a sensitive issue with us these days. Okay, so tell us how the investigation's going.
So, what are you doing here, Detective Gumshoe?
Me? Oh, nothing really. They kicked me out of criminal affairs.
Detective Gumshoe, what did you do this time?
What do you mean this time?
Then, what happened? I know things are busy right now. I mean, with my sister's case and all.
It's true. We never had a chief prosecutor murder anyone before. Only the highest ranked people are allowed to let into criminal affairs now. The lowest ranking guy in there is our chief of detectives. They're not letting us rank and file detectives in at all.
None of you?
I know this is an important trial, but isn't that a little odd? So, anyway, I thought I'd spend the day getting the Badger dance down pat.
Isn't there anything else you could be doing?
The chief of police himself is directing this investigation, pal. And Officer Marshall was assigned to the underground parking lot. Officer Marshall. Really? Like, is his first name Law Officer Law Marshall? I don't know.
Officer Marshall?
Now that I think about it, Emma did seem to know that Marshall guy. A patrolman in charge of a crime scene. It's unheard of, pal. Well, you know about this?
Detective Gumshoe, what can you tell me about this?
Hey, pal. This is Detective's ID card. You can't just keep that. You have to turn into the police. It's people like you that gets me into so much trouble all the time.
Meaning Detective Gumshoe must drop this card a lot.
Let's see. Bruce Goodman. Goodman. Sounds familiar. Nah, my mistake. This is gonna buy him in Bud later, right? I didn't even get a chance to say, but whoa! Now I remember. Bruce Goodman. He's the victim.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought.
Can you tell us any more, Detective Gumshoe?
And you know what? It's actually been a long while since I last saved. Just like, over like an hour and a half. Okay, so how about this? Hey, that's it. That's the King of Prosecutor Awards that Mr. Edgeworth got yesterday.
We're at the award ceremony, Mr. Detective Gumshoe.
Of course, pal. I got an award for diligence myself.
Congratulations. I was wondering, why is the award a shield? And why is it broken?
Oh, there's a reason. I'll tell you what. Apparently he's forgotten. I was proud of Mr. Edgeworth for winning that award, even with all the naysayers in prosecutor's office.
Naysayers? Must be because of the rumors.
The knife?
Wait, what, why did it show the ticket? Why did it show the ticket? I didn't even pull up the ticket.
Found in Miss Edgeworth's car and stabbed with Miss Edgeworth's knife, eh? What would drive Chief Prosecutor Sky to do such a thing? Wait, I didn't mean I mean, sure, of course someone else really did it. Someone else must have, uh, someone who must have had a grudge against Mr. Edgeworth. The car and I do seem a little too well organized to be coincidence. Who seems to have a grudge against prosecutors? Hmm.
Poor Mr. Edgeworth. What could have happened?
We have to find out a little more about what's going on with Edgeworth. Oh. I'm... Why would both be there? I don't get it, but okay. Okay, so let's talk about Bruce Goodman. So, this ID card belonged to the victim? It was a detective like myself. Detective Bruce Goodman.
Don't you think it's strange? I mean, why would the victim's ID card be lying on the ground where we found it?
Well, Detective Goodman should have been at the police department yesterday. There was an evidence transfer for a case he handled 2 years ago.
Evidence transferal. Well, Mr. Edgeworth mentioned that too. But Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office.
Well, that's the thing. It's hard to say this, but word is that Chief Prosecutor Sky called him out there to the parking lot. And Lana's confessing as much. How about Edgeworth's trouble? He's in a tough spot. Again. Again? Well, it all started with the murder of that defense attorney, Harriman.
But Mr. Edgeworth was found innocent.
Listen, Val. There have always been rumors about Mr. Edgeworth. Forging evidence, making deals with witnesses. Nothing outright, but there were always whispered rumors. Ever since he was accused of murder, no one's whispering, they're practically shouting.
But there's no evidence against him.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth has always been unusually strong ties to the department higher-ups. It's only natural that people would be suspicious. I had no idea he was under the gun. Anyway, this latest case has started with a new rumor. People say the only reason he took this case is because he's aiming for the chief prosecutor position himself.
What?
But I know the truth, pal. Nobody wants to be the one who has to prosecute the chief prosecutor. Mr. Edgeworth is biting the bullet on this one. He's doing this for all of us. And that's all I know about that. I'm not officially on the case, you know.
Thank you.
Why aren't you handling the case, Detective Gumshoe? We meet the guy who was... what was his name? The guy in the parking lot. That'd be Officer Marshall. He was appointed directly by the Chief of Police. Officer Marshall. Is he some kind of Wild West sheriff or something? No, Jake Marshall's just a regular marshal officer from the Wild West. For a moment there, I wasn't sure. Look, pal, let me try to make things a little easier for you. Show them this, and they'll let you examine the crime scene. Maybe. It's a letter of introduction, it's added to the court record. Received from Detective Gumshoe. Allows the bearer to investigate the crime scene. I'll be surprised if this gets us anywhere. Just act like you're supposed to, and nobody will look at you twice, pal. Alright. So... Okay, so we're gonna go back to the underground parking lot. Looks like the investigation is still going.
Oh, still here? Ah, hello. Why the surprised looks? Didn't I mention I got a boyfriend in criminal affairs too?
What happened to the security guard? Hey, what's wrong, Bambina? You're looking like a dog that's lost its herd. Jake Marshall. Has he been at it? Nope. Strange guy to put in charge of a crime scene. Oh, there it is. A patrolman investigating the incident at the prosecutor's office. Thinks he's a cowboy. I hate that pun. Just like, oh yeah, Marshall, and he's a cowboy. Ah. So let's talk about the victim.
There's something I want to ask you.
The scene of the crime. Gold grave for men who lost their dreams. And me, I watch them over as they sleep, dreaming of the Desert Star's judgment.
He's asleep.
Well, should we show this hopeless case something to catch his interest?
There's something I want to ask you.
Okay. Okay, yeah, just gotta present. Let's just check myself. What the heck does that say? Something $20. I'm a wait, no. Is this Angel Star?
Hey, look here. It looks like something's been crossed out.
Maybe it was a letter or something to Detective Gumshoe? Oh, annual bonus. $20 bonus? At the end of the year? Just like, oh, here's an extra $20. Like, no.
I think a couple of zeros are missing.
Nope, that sounds about right. At least in that detective's case.
Maybe I should rethink my career as an investigator.
I thought I said angel heart, angel star. But no, annual bonus. Okay. Would you mind reading this for me? What's this? I warned you, family letters to me go straight to into the spittoon. It's a letter of introduction from Detective Gumshoe. Maybe investigate? Gumshoe? Ah, that old cow dog. He's holding a birthday party or some. Huh? Look, where it should say introduction, it says invitation. Ah, I think he just miswrote it. Wait, why am I getting defensive here? No worries. It just proves it's from Detective Gumshoe. Better than a blood test. My bad. I guess it's better to let you win then.
Thank you, Officer Marshall.
Oh, that's right. He's a patrolman, not a detective. Which reminds me.
Hey, wait a sec. Isn't a crime scene supposed to be handled by a detective for hire?
Well, folks, the clues are calling. Welcome to our gold strike. Be like the settler. Strike out for land unknown. Manifest destiny. Oh, no. Let's have a hootenanny.
Note to self. Police investigations are like settling land. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you say?
I say I won't be needing this anymore. Detective Gumshoe's letters of introduction crumbled and discarded. I wouldn't discard that, but okay. Okay, let's talk about the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Good men always die young. Remember that, partner. Could you be more specific?
Bruce Goodman. He was a detective, right?
Well, aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Smiling Madonna told me at the tail. I think he means the witness Miss Angel Star. One stab to the chest, fine piece of work. This here is the autopsy report. Goodman autopsy report added to the court record. Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. So he wait. Okay, so he died at 5:30. So that means he was stabbed at 4. Let me just see if there's anything else. Okay, death between 4 and 5:30 causes death, loss of blood from chest wound. Assessment wound was caused by a 4.5-inch knife. Single stab wound was found. Not gonna lie, if someone was stabbed with this, wouldn't the whole knife be bloodied? I mean, that should be the thing. The whole thing should be bloodied, not just like this, just the front part. If that was the case, then like no, like if only the front part was bloody, then like it should be like a small cut or like some size of a hand, something like that, getting cut. You know, maybe.
Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor, Prospector Sky, and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back. So there's no motive. Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. That's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here? To this parking lot?
So it seemed. Like a calling an armed man to a shootout at high noon. And let's talk about Marshall himself, this cowboy. I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective? You calling me out? They shoot you for that in Texas. Huh? I was one of them fancy shoe detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth. Oh really? Now he tells me?
But you're a patrolman now. How can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina? So why are you in charge? No reason. We're just short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd. That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cowdog that can't find his tail. Maybe because he runs with that Edgeworth, eh?
Edgeworth?
That cowdog's been kicked out of this cow run by order of the chief of police. Just, he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation?
Oh, that's bad. Kinda sad too. And, what do you guys know about Goodman? What's that? Some sort of police passport?
This Detective Goodman ID card. Strangely enough, we found it a good distance away from the crime scene.
Good distance in this rat hole? If you want distance, get yourself to Texas.
Texas?
This little tiny crime scene in a tiny town with a tiny little evidence. What difference does a few yards make, compadre?
Note to self, if you encounter suspicious evidence, think of Texas. There's no better way to study than to hang out with the pros.
Ah, toy shield. Suits the boy well. What exactly could you shield with that? A toy knife, maybe?
Officer Marshall, don't you have anything good to say about Mr. Edgeworth?
You don't like him, right? Get the point. You know, when I was a detective, next thing,
Let me guess. Did it have a cape for King of Detectives on it?
Hey, they could use the same shield over and over.
Note to self, prosecutor's office and criminal affairs are surprisingly cheap.
You know it. They've gone cheaper with every passing year, I tell you. Okay, Edgeworth's knife. Alright, compadre, count to 3. Huh? If you're gonna do that, if you're gonna draw evidence on someone, that's what we do in Texas. Mind me to never visit Texas. 5:12 p.m. Prospector's bright red sea came in the trot, real slow like.
Trot?
Mom Donna tells me that the crime scene occurred 3 minutes later. So it seems the chief prospector was lying in wait. Maybe waiting for a prince to ride in on his bright red horse. So what you mean is, the killer intended to use Edgeworth's car all along. Oh, okay, so that's what he says when evidence means nothing to him. Okay, so let's look at this. We haven't got a chance to. Looks like a phone. This looks like a cell phone.
Scientific analysis would suggest this belongs to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to.
What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, of course, check it out. Right, let's check it out. Okay, it's doing this automatically, right? I'm not pressing anything. Okay, nothing on the back. Got a little strap. We can do the same with that.
Man, what a boring strap.
What's wrong with it? Everyone has a different taste, you know.
Here, check out mine. It's a pink princess strap. These are hard to come by, you know.
I see the series is as popular as ever with the kids. Okay.
This phone's still on the redial screen.
Redial.
Miss Wright? Most phones keep a record of all the calls you made and received. You just press the blue button on the display the last number you called. Convenient, right? I'm surprised you didn't know about it.
Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know a thing about. Even I know about things like a redial.
Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation.
Whatever. Just let's check out this phone. Let's check this phone out. Okay, that was just the big blue button. Now to see who the owner of this phone called last.
Note to self, a defense attorney doesn't think first. He just pushes the button.
Why is this a Steel Samurai?
Hey, that song! I know that!
Hey, what's going on over here? Sorry. I see you, partner. You pressed the redial on that phone there, didn't you? Well, yeah.
Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? It belongs to the Chief Prospector Sky.
What? What? It's my sister's?
She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke a few seconds according to this.
Who did she call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for you, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of those new fangled ringtones. Oh, that? Oh, I'm sorry. That was my phone. What? Your phone? Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me as we picked up the other phone. A wrong number. Oh, so Sky was trying to call Phoenix. I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner. Uh-oh. I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Property law Sky. Last call made at 5:18 on the day of the murder. Yeah, so she called Phoenix. Well, let's try that again.
What's wrong? You look like I do during finals.
Never mind. It's nothing. Okay, so can't do anything. Okay, we still got all... Okay, so just the car is left. B block is through there. That's where the visitors park.
I can see Lunch Lane's car over there, far in the distance.
Hey, you're right. I like the cute design on the door. I can see cartoon cow munching down on a juicy looking steak. That is kinda wrong.
Doesn't that strike you a little creepy?
Just don't think too deeply about it and you'll be fine. Okay, so the car. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort.
Look, something's written on it.
675 12-2. Oh. You're right. Let's see. 67S 12-2.
There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman.
Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed.
Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright?
How am I supposed to know?
Note to self. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright.
I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Guzman, no. The victim added to the court record. Victim's memo found in the car trunk. Okay, we can't. There's no 3D version of this. Okay. Oh, still got more of the car to check out. This appears to be the car where the body was found. Looks like the lock on the trunk was busted.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn.
Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks. Okay, so I think that's about it. Not seeing anything else. Let's present this to him. Oh, okay. This?
My sister's cell phone.
Last time it was used was 5/18, right after the good man was killed. Maybe she was canceling her day for the night. Why did Lana make that call? Now let's talk about Lana's guy with him.
So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
That's correct, but there's a gold mine of evidence against her. And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
How could you say that? You and my sister, you were...
Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gone to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blown through the prospector's office. Dry wind or ill will. Someone's up to something here. But who? Office atmosphere. Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth has been flying around for nearly 2 years now. Forged evidence and arranging testimony. Oh, forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean. It was unbeatable because he did whatever it takes to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors about Edgeworth to the source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
I hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina, Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't wrestle all those cows by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets. Some load them with deals. What? You think Edgeworth was making deals to win trials? Where there's gunshots, there bound be bullets. That's what the old timers say. There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it. Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth?
So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright?
I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and a cell phone.
So, you think we'll be okay?
Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana is confessing to the crime. She says she did it.
No problem. I can guarantee that she's not the criminal.
Oh, and by the way, Emma,
Yes?
I know that song your phone plays when it rings.
What?
It's a Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it? That proper TV show for kids. The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. Oh. Oh. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma?
I'm sorry.
Can you tell me what you talked about?
She hung up right away.
I see. Cell phone updated in the court record. Property law in Sky. Last call made to her sister, Emma, at 5:18 on the day of the murder. A detective is murdered, and the suspect is the top of the prosecutors in the district. I got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here.